Yo, what's the word, Hurts? It's your boy, Ciphbudd, back at you again with another episode of Fighting Words. And we're going to get into it, man, with a little bit of girl action, girl fight night. All right, primarily this is a boxing channel, but in this case, we're going to talk about Holly Holm, who was a professional boxer, up until the year 2011. She made a transition over into MMA, which probably was a better fit for her anyway. I think she's turned out to be a better MMA fighter, more so than a boxer. And, been working out for her. She came in the UFC 2015 and dethroned Ronda Rousey, in classic fashion. You know what I'm saying? She put the wop wops on her. She put the wop wops on her, you know what I'm saying? So, in legendary fashion, And she's been pretty competitive in the UFC arena ever since on the championship level. And tomorrow, October the 3rd, Holly Holm squares off with Irina Aldana for the female bantamweight championship of the world at 135 pounds. He's squaring off tomorrow on ESPN, 10:30 Eastern Time. The prelims air on ESPN Plus, the app, on at 7:30. So it'll be something to see. The main attraction about it is Irina Aldana is the first female Mexican-born headliner for the UFC. So they're doing their little legendary action, for the females over there at the UFC. 3 weeks ago, we seen the first Black American female headliner for the UFC in Angela Hill. So I pretty much look at it like UFC is gonna be looking to make that matchup with Aldana and Amanda Nunes, at the bantamweight division, because UFC pretty much they got to feed somebody to Amanda Nunes, because she taking chicks' heads over there, And it's gonna be pretty hard to find some competition for her. She's already taken out Chris Cyborg. She's already taken out the Ronda Rouseys. She already took out Holly Holmes. So they're gonna want to serve Aldana up to Amanda Nunes. It's gonna be a pretty big fight for them, because they're gonna bring in the Latino crowd on both ends. So it's a lot of money to be made for the UFC on that end of the game. And aside from that, you look at Holly Holmes, man. She's 38 years old. She's battle tested, highly experienced, but at 38, she's on the back end of her career. And some people would even say maybe she's even pushing it, because she's been in combat sports for well over 15 years. So she's there for the name, and she's not even really promised a title shot with Amanda Nunes, because her last appearance in a championship fight was against Amanda Nunes when she got knocked out in the first round. And prior to that, in a title shot, she lost in 2017 against Chris Cyborg. So the future is not really promising for Holly Holm, but for me personally, she has been a pretty good, interesting boxer. Interesting fighter to see. More so in the UFC rather than boxing. I never really felt like she had a lot of power in boxing. She's not really a power puncher. She never really learned how to sit down on those punches and throw knockout power in boxing. But on the UFC side of the game and the MMA side of the game, definitely, like, her striking is incredible. Hands and feet. She displayed her superior striking abilities, when she dethroned Ronda Rousey back in 2015. She has good footwork, very skilled fighter. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't call her a very skilled boxer. I feel like boxing really wasn't a sport for her, man. But as far as MMA goes, she got great defense, great striking, and she's definitely been competitive for the past 5 years in the MMA. Especially in the UFC, been doing a real good job. But it looked like it's time to go ahead and take that horse out the pasture. You know what I'm saying? And she'd be just the scalp to serve up to Irina Aldana, to make that super fight with Amanda Nunes. So that'll be something to see. You know what I mean? Aside from that, too, Aldina's coming off a first round knockout win against Ketlin Vera in her last appearance in the octagon. So, she's a younger fighter. She's 32 years old, younger fighter, more fresher, more of a ceiling in her MMA career to make some more noise. And like I said, the UFC is looking to make this a legendary night for female fighters. Her being the first Mexican-born female fighter to headline a UFC card. So, putting her up in her next fight against Amanda Nunes for the bantamweight championship definitely be something beneficial for the UFC. But you ask me personally, man, you ain't gonna see nobody beat Amanda Nunes anytime soon in the UFC. They're gonna have to go ahead and schedule a fight between her and Clarissa Shields. That's the only competition I really see to even hang with that woman. You know what I'm saying? And that's in the boxing ring. In the boxing ring, she gonna be food for Clarissa Shields. That's for damn sure. But when it comes to the UFC and mixed martial arts, Amanda Nunes isn't the most known for her grappling and wrestling ability. She's mostly known for her stand-up game and her striking. You know what I mean? And when it come hand to hand with somebody like Clarissa Shields know how to throw them things, man. She's a straight beast in the ring. So, maybe, they've been talking about making that crossover MMA boxing match between Clarissa Shields and Amanda Nunes, and this might just all be this preliminary just to see something like that happening possibly in the future. They're talking about in the past doing one fight in the ring, one fight in the octagon with Amanda Nunes and Clarissa Shields. But it definitely be something big and beneficial for female sports altogether, and especially female combat sports, being the fact that it's not the mainstream as of right now, but we see it making an upturn. So we'll see what happens in the future with all of that. So also we got coming up later on in the month, Eva Brodnicka versus Michaela Mayer on October the 31st, fighting for the WBO belt in the junior lightweight division, over there on ESPN. I think it's on ESPN Plus. It'll be on the app. So that'll be something to see. Personally, I don't really know too much about Eva Brodnicka, except for that one time she kissed that girl in the at the weigh-in, and when they stared each other down, she was pissed off. She got slapped for that shit. You know what I mean? But that's mostly I know about Eva Brodnicka. I haven't really seen her fight like that. But I have seen Michaela Mayer. You know what I'm saying? And she know how to throw them things, man. Former Olympian, nice, rangy, long, strong fighter. You know what I'm saying? Especially at her weight division. I seen her crack a couple heads. She's definitely fundamentally sound, skilled fighter. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be something to see. You know what I'm saying? So we seeing the chicks turn it up over in combat sports, man. Looks like it might be the back end for Holly Holm. But on the other side of the game, you got somebody like Irina Aldana and Michaela Mayer, just pretty much coming into prominence in their career. So it'll be something to see, man. If you got time, check him out. Like I said, tomorrow, the ESPN will be showing it 10:30 Eastern time. So, he might be in for a treat. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing Holly Holmes maybe on her way out. And, the emergence of a new star with Irina Aldana. Stay tuned for the October 31st appearance of Eva Brodnicka versus Michaela Mayer. Michaela Mayer is definitely a special talent, so something to see, y'all. Check it out. It's your boy Ciphbudd, Fighting Words.